Hi middle one. Our lesson today is about adding and subtracting rational numbers and properties of rational numbers under addition and subtraction. Adding and subtracting rational numbers. As we have studied in adding fractions, I can add any two rational numbers if I have a common denominator. Just simply add your numerators and then you have the result. But I can't add two rational numbers if they have different denominator. I should have a common denominator. I can find it by getting LCM, the lowest common multiple for these two different denominators. Like this example here, the lowest common multiple for 3 and 5 is 15. By this way, I can find my new numerators and add simply. And by the same way, I can subtract any two rational numbers by getting a common denominator by finding the lowest common multiple and find the new numerators and subtract simply. Now middle one, let's talk about the properties of rational numbers under addition and subtraction. Let's talk about the closure property. Rational numbers is closed under addition, which means for any two rational numbers, if I add them, the result is an element of the rational numbers. Also, rational numbers is closed under subtraction, which means for any two rational numbers, the answer of its subtraction operation is an element of the rational numbers. Rational numbers is commutative under addition, like for any two rational numbers, a plus b equals b plus a. But rational numbers is not commutative under subtraction. For any two rational numbers, a minus b doesn't equal b minus a. Rational numbers is associative under addition. For each three numbers, a plus b plus c, if I change the place of brackets in the two sides, I have the same answer in addition, but rational numbers is not associative under subtraction. Now middle one, let's talk about two important properties of rational numbers under addition and subtraction, which are additive identity and additive inverse. Remember that your additive identity in the rational numbers is 0, and the additive identity property, I can write it like a over b plus 0 equals 0 plus a over b equals a over b. The additive identity is 0, which is called also the neutral element. And the additive inverse for any rational number a over b is negative a over b, and the additive inverse for any rational number negative a over b is a over b. And I can write this property like a over b plus negative a over b equals 0, which means for any rational number, the addition of it with its additive inverse equals the additive identity 0. Now let's have some exercises. Choose the correct answer. Subtracting third from negative 4 over 3 gives middle one. Remember that if I told you that subtract 2 from 5, now you will subtract 5 minus 2. That means the word which comes after from start with it and then subtract. That means you will start from this rational number negative 4 over 3, after that minus third. So the answer will be negative 5 over 3. Number 4, subtracting 7 from 0. That means 0 minus 7, which is negative 7. Subtracting negative 3 over 2 from 0 gives me 3 over 2. And here I have a missing rational number minus half equals negative 1. Negative half equals negative 1, and you can solve it as an equation. If you couldn't get it mentally, you can just circle this rational number and throw it to the next side by an opposite operation, plus you will get also this negative half. Here I have a rational number plus a missing rational numbers gives me 0. I know that any rational number plus its additive inverse gives me 0. So that means the answer of this question is the additive inverse for this rational number, which is negative 3 over 5. Now let's focus on these important questions. Use properties of addition in the rational numbers to find the result. In this question, as we have used to solve it, just first arrange your numbers. You will have the similar rational numbers beside each other, like this. First, I will put 5 over 8 beside 3 over 8 and third plus negative third, and I will write the name of the property I used in this part. I used the commutative property and associative property. Here I will write commutative and associative. If I add these two rational numbers gives me 8 over 8, and this part I will write the name of its property. This part is called additive inverse property. I will write it after that over 8 over 8 equals 1, and any rational number plus its additive inverse gives me 0. Now I get another property, 1 plus 0 is additive identity property, so the answer will be 1, and 1 is an element of rational numbers, so it's a closure property. Thank you for listening, middle one, and we're gonna meet in the next lessons.